Hey, what's up, everyone? I am just here with my latest knife purchase. This is the Atomic Defender Mini OTF knife. Picked this up from Grindworks. I had never purchased from Grindworks prior to about a week ago, and I gotta tell you, I'm really liking it a lot. Shipping is quick, prices are good, selection's not bad. So, basically, let's show you the action on this. Pretty good action, too. Not bad at all. And as if you don't know, if you're not familiar with this is a budget OTF. This is about as budget as you can get. It cost me just $24.99, $4 shipping plus sales tax. So for like $32, $33, it got me an OTF. So I'll show you a close-up of this. Now the blade is stainless steel. That could mean a lot of things. It could mean really, really low quality, or maybe a slightly better quality that you find on some knives, like like some buck knives and whatnot. Now, this was a $25 Chinese-made knife, so I am not expecting a whole hell of a lot, to be honest with you, but it's a cool knife. And it came fairly sharp out of the box. Not razor sharp, but fairly sharp. And, little work on a strop. It'll get it even better. But like I said, for what I expected, it's basically as good, if not a little better than I expected. If you've seen my Lightning review, another budget OTF knife, this is kind of the reverse of that. The Lightning had very little texturing on the sides, very, very little texturing. But then it had a lot of jimping in the plastic here. Well, actually, the aluminum in here. This one's the exact opposite. This is very, very smooth on these shorter sides. And then you have some checkering right here. Almost feels like something you'd find on a pistol, to be honest with you. And it's got some lines here and here. But this is very, very grippy. So it's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Nice and grippy. Same thing with the button, kind of stepped up like you would. Let's see if we'll focus in on that a little bit. Kind of stepped up and good traction like you'd expect. And then we have a pommel / glass breaker / pointy thing at the end. Kind of hard to see that, but not too sharp, which is nice because if you remember my Boker Karambit review, I had one that was almost like sharpened. The thing was painful. I wouldn't even want to put that in my pocket. Also, we have the deep carry pocket clip here. And it actually seems like it's got some decent strength. Not fantastic. It's not like the Boker Stubby. That thing is like crazy, but this is a pretty good clip. It's got some good gripping on there, so I would feel pretty secure using that. And then, like I said, as far as the action goes on it, pretty good. So I opened and closed this probably a couple hundred times. So far, no problem. I also intentionally kind of opened it into a box just to try and knock it off the track, and did that a couple of times and went right back on just fine. No issues, no problems. So that's pretty good. Of course, it's got to stand the test of time. Now, they do have the full size OTFs, or actually the medium size, and they had a 3.25-inch blade. Unfortunately, I can carry a 3-inch blade where I am, so I typically tend to get the largest blade under 3 inches. That was this one. It's listed as 2.625 on the site, and that looks about right, I guess. Let's see. So yeah, about maybe 2 5/8. So yeah, right on the money, 2 5/8 inches there. The handle, not including the pommel, is almost 4 inches. It's like maybe 3 7/8. Okay. And from handle to tip, it's about maybe 7 6 9/16 maybe. So, pretty decent size, I guess. As far as blade thickness, I believe it was 0.11 inches, if I'm not mistaken. So actually it's 0.10 inches of the thickest part right here. And then it tapers off quite a bit down here, 0.09. And right here, 0.06. Whoops. I'm sorry, 0.05, and then a little further up here, 0.08, 0.07. Okay, and this is also a very narrow blade, 0.56 inches. And from the middle here, this little pointy part, it's 0.87. Thickness is 0.56. So it actually fits in the hand pretty well. No complaints in that regard. And it weighs a little bit over 5 ounces. That I got from the Grindworks website, as I keep forgetting to get a battery for my scale. But like I said, nice grip, the aluminum handles. And it's pretty much a full-size grip. You see how I'm gripping it, just got the pommel sticking out at the bottom. I would say this is about as short as a knife can be and still give me a good full-handed grip. And I kind of like the way it looks a little crooked and disjointed over here. At first when I saw it, I said, it looks a little strange, but I think I like it better than just like a rectangular box, because I feel like there's like a little something to kind of like lock into your hand. So between that, and they have this checkering that I don't think I call it aggressive checkering by any means, but it's something, and it really helps lock it in for you. A lot of the styles that they had, I noticed, were multicolor blades. They were black and white. Really didn't care for that, so I just wanted just the satin finish drop point blade. But they do have some dagger style blades, which I kind of wanted to stay away from. I just wanted a more traditional blade profile. The holes here, well, they're okay. I mean, I could do without them. I think I would probably have preferred a plain blade, but that's okay. And for $24.99, I'm not going to complain. Now, to my surprise, when this came, it didn't come in a box or anything. It came in a sheath in a bag. Now, this is a very inexpensive sheath, you can tell, but it will do the job. And I'll show you how it fits in here also. Now, I don't know if it's normally accepted that when you put a knife like this in the sheath, that you put the pommel pointing up. I bought a Boker Lightning Auto, and I bought a Boker sheath, and it seemed like a nice sheath. It actually seemed much better made than this sheath. Paid about $11 for it, and within a couple of weeks, the pommel actually like bored a hole in the bottom of the sheath, and the knife fell out. That didn't make me feel good. Fortunately, it was in my house, and I found the knife. That would be an awful waste of like $75. So what I'm going to do now is make sure I put this side up so that that same thing doesn't happen again. Plus, I think it's probably supposed to go that way because when you're pulling the knife out, you pull it out, and then you have the switch at the top. Whereas if you put it in this way, you pull it out, and, actually, it would probably be good that way too. Never mind. Don't listen to what I say. But it fits pretty well. Like I said, it's kind of low quality. Now, one funny thing. If I said to you, what's this thing in the back, you would probably say, correctly, you put your belts through there, right? It's a belt loop. Yeah, the belt loop, right? Parts of it are stuck together. They actually sewed it closed on one side. And I actually had to ripping some of that off, so I'm going to have to get the knife, actually, just to kind of rip that out a little bit so I can actually get the belt in, because otherwise... the only kind of belt that's going to fit in there is Jethro Bodine's rope that he has on his jeans. So definitely need to work on that. As far as, like I said, sharpness, it was fairly sharp. It came in a cardboard envelope, and it got through it pretty well. I mean, not like crazy sharp, but fairly sharp, and definitely something that I can work from with very little tuning on a strop. So overall, if you're checking out the market for cheap OTFs, this looks like a pretty good one. I would definitely pick it up. And like I said, now I'm like trying this thing. It's almost like a little addictive. It was a little tough when I first opened it. It took a little more force, but like I said, after a couple of hundred times doing this, it seems like it's gotten quite a bit easy, and it did end up breaking in quite quickly. So no complaints here. $25 looks good to me. I believe the mediums are $30. Don't hold me to that though. But yeah, check them out. All right, everyone. I will talk to you later, and I will come back with something, and hopefully you find it interesting. See ya.